Next, please. Yes, please.
Yes.
How you doing, man?
I'm blessed.
Have a seat. Have a seat. How was your journey?
Yeah, you know what? No traffic, sun shining, man. So that's all good.
Let's trim down. When's the last time you had a trim?
Every 2 weeks, right? Yeah, you see every 3 weeks, but you know, summer's here, so I'll keep it tidy.
What would you do with the hair then?
Right, I'll say my usual, you know, just straight across, edge up.
Yeah.
With the beard, just obviously keep the line clean up underneath.
Okay. So shall we trim down the beard as well? Just keep the length.
Yeah, trim it down. Trim it down a little
trim
bit.
It down a little
yeah, so it levels up.
I'll shape up first and then we'll trim it down after.
Yeah.
So half on the side of it, yeah?
Half is good.
So first and foremost, Fusion. Where does the name come from? Like, because everyone obviously calls you Fusion all the time. I've been calling you Fusion for quite a while, so can you explain that to us a little bit?
Bro, I've been Fusion so long.
Yeah.
Some people never ever will know my real name. It's deep like that.
Yeah.
But the name comes from when I used to DJ. So when I started out DJing, I had 2 DJ names. One was for hip hop.
Yeah.
And then there was a kind of, I call it like a hardcore house scene, where a lot of people from Hackney, Tottenham, Edmonton, different ends would kind of bring some street vibes to house music. Kind of what's going on now.
Yeah.
And my name in hip hop was DJ Battle.
DJ Battle.
And then my name in the house thing was DJ Fusion. Because you had people like Groove Rider, Chemistry, Storm, nights like Telepathy. So it went like a futuristic.
When was this?
It's just going back, bro. You think about like Goldie, like Timeless, that kind of era. So to fit in with that futuristic vibe, Fusion sounded like a timeless name.
Fusion, and you obviously brought the different styles together, I guess.
You know, you become what you call yourself. I think. You know, you manifest it. So my cousin was like, if you're gonna drop a name, keep the Fusion name. And I was like, you know, girls are right, man. Yeah, for
so for the guys that don't know about that era, when was that then? In the 80s, 90s?
I would probably say early 90s.
Early 90s?
Yeah.
So that's when I was just about born, basically.
Yeah, so you were born into a time when you had groups like Ragga Twins.
Yeah.
You had Demon Boys, London Posse early, you know, and yeah, Bashman was big, man. So I think everyone had this style.
Kind of become that. So what was the process in that, and how did it actually blossom into something that is more than just a DJ?
Okay, I think with a lot of different cultures, but especially hip hop culture, if you pick a name, it's for a reason, and the more you repeat that name, that becomes the name you're known as. So musically, I would fuse together the house style. The music was a lot faster, like 120 BPMs or something. And then the hip hop style, so I'll be cutting and scratching over house music. So people say that's the guy who scratches hip hop over house. And then later on in life, I went to radio and playing R&B and hip hop and different forms of music. And then I became a journalist, and I'm telling stories about different artists and translating those stories. I found the more I stayed in my creative space, I took what I'd learned as a DJ, or learn as a music producer, or learn as
kind
a
of
radio host,
transferable skills,
and transfer the skills.
Okay.
So my creativity was my currency. I thought wherever I've been, I can pack that up and take it to the next destination.
Okay. So what was that first initial step of, you know what, I'm a DJ now, but I'm gonna cross platforms a little bit to see? Was that just a natural process because you're just creative and you like to surround yourself with creative people, or was that like a turning point?
Listen, when you're young, it's about survival, man.
Yeah, of course.
Plain and simple, it's about survival. So when you're playing, when you're really young, like 17, 18, and you're trying to get club owners to trust you to run a night, they laugh in your face, or they do you that dumb deal where it's like, right, you won't get paid. We'll take the bar money, we'll give you the venue for free, and if you can pack it out, we'll see what happens. So everything you did cost you money. To buy records cost money, to get to the venue cost money, everything was money. So we weren't making money playing music, we were just following and loving the culture. So
you kind of got pushed into it in a way.
I think for me it was just a case of like, how do you turn your passion into a lifestyle?
What's the risk behind that, basically?
Huge risk, because when you're raised by parents who've got expectations, they're looking at your gamble, and they're like, you don't have to do this. You're doing well in school. You could go to college. You could go university. Why are you staying on a street level? You know.
Okay. Yeah. So, but that's a positive risk that you took eventually. So it was a risk that you had to take to where you want to become in the future, for you to be able to be that guy that organises the events, not the guy that has to ask people to organise events and stuff?
I'll be real with you.
Yeah.
I've been this way since 7.
Yeah.
So my first risk was just being at home and looking at the world around me and just saying, what's going on in my head? What do I want to manifest? And I used to paint. Like, that's my background as an artist.
Yeah.
So I'll paint the visions in my head at the age of 7, and I never stopped painting visions in my head. So whether I was mixing songs, sharing music on the radio, telling stories, I got to meet a lot of my favourite artists, not as a fan, but as someone who would be responsible for translating their journey for audiences to read. And people like Nas, people like Jay-Z, Lauryn Hill when she did her first album.
So you met all of these guys?
I only met them, I sat down with them like I'm sitting jamming with you now.
Okay.
And I would sit and talk with them about their journeys, and I would write their stories, you know. Everything is out there.
Yeah.
Every single creative thought, every single creative idea, all creative energy is out there. And it's your kind of challenge to kind of tune yourself into the creativity you need at that moment, and then to just manifest it. So if you look at the foundations of hip-hop culture, hip-hop is worth billions of pounds or dollars, but it comes from seemingly nothing. It comes from concrete streets, linos, cardboard boxes, aerosol cans stolen, and turntables which were never considered a real instrument, and the voice, not the voice singing, but the voice speaking, the spoken word, and all of that has created a billion-dollar industry. So for me, whenever I'm in a situation that I want to manifest something, I don't go, I need money. I say, I need the right creativity, and I need to put it together. And as a creative alchemist, your job is to take what people call copper and tin and turn that into gold.
Tell me more about the events that you organise.
Okay, we've got a couple of events that we organise. I wouldn't say we're an events company, but I think events are a way of kind of like manifesting your audience in one place. So we've got a night called True School, been going for 5 years. And True School is my excuse to keep going out and be excited about the music scene. Because I think a lot of people love music for a long time. Their favourite artists become obsolete to a younger audience. So if you were growing up rave with the Heartless Crew or EZ or to even like, I don't know, 279 or Westwood, some of those DJs or artists don't resonate with the younger audience. So my night is about bringing back classic or heritage artists and DJs.
So you're trying to keep it true to yourself?
Trying to keep it true to music. Because if you got it, you got it. I think with art, you should get better with age. So you've got somebody who's a painter. You don't say like Van Gogh when he got older was like, he's dead now. You know what I mean? Well, he's dead now. But like when he was at the top of his game, he got better with age. Because they're more experienced.
But then again, I guess the younger generation's got more hunger and a new, fresh view towards things, no?
Yeah, exactly. So I don't like those back to 96 dances. No disrespect to people who go to those, but I'm like, I was probably there. I don't want to go back. Can't go back. I'm trying to go forward. So I try and bring the energy forward. So I bring some of those heritage acts to the dance, and then I'll get younger artists who are, like you said, they're hungry, and it's their first chance, and I'll get them to share the same stage. So you might have an artist, there's a group called Maverick and Malachi, amazing beatbox and MC duo, right? They'll share the same stage with Heartless Crew. So Heartless Crew audience might be in their 30s and 40s. They will come to watch Heartless and be blown away by a 16-year-old spitter who's like a young Nas.
Love for all, there's no time for injustice. I spread love up and down the earth's circumference. Love is what we need, cause love is the abundance. So I'm spreading love from Africa to London, Kenya to Kentish, from Clapham to Junction. Listen, yo, this life's mad, it's quite sad, so change it, rearrange it. Your placement's amazing. You were here for reasons that we won't understand. Focus on your plan, stand up, you can. If your heart's determined, you can start the working and plant the seed in every person. Dreams, man, they all have reasons. And if you believe you can meet your purpose, I'm eager for breath, trying to reach the surface so I can breathe and keep on learning. Fun L'Oreal, but still we are worth
And then
it.
kids who come into their first proper rave, because our event is 16 upwards, will get to see how amazing Heartless Crew were, and they can go home and tell their parents, "Yo, I was out the other day and I saw this crew called Heartless Crew." Mum's like, "No way! I used to rate the Heartless Crew." You're connecting with families and people. So one of the girls who's doing backing vocals for Heartless Crew, her mum used to be a Heartless Crew raver.
Okay.
So what I'm trying to do is show people that music is universal. We stop kind of like segmenting, segregating, bracketing music. It's the one universal language we have. You know, that's why an artist can make a song in the UK and it is hit worldwide. So that's barriers don't really exist. They're arbitrary.
That's true school, though.
That's what true school is. Old school meets new school.
So what's the other events that you organise? I think because I went to a youth takeover once.
Yeah, youth takeover Rich Mix's event. We kind of hijack it. We've got a night called Inspiration Connects. Yeah. Inspiration is this movement that started. Inspiration is ITS, which is Industry in the Streets, my company, and Inspiration combined. Inspiration. Yeah. I would say 90% of the people that I work with don't work for me. They work with me. So I have a satellite collective of filmmakers, more like event managers, dancers.
More of a family basically that was creative.
Yeah. So family needs a place to break bread. So Inspiration Connects is where we break bread. It's we take over a venue, either for a day or for a number of weeks.
And that's also based on a lot of workshops I've seen there as well.
No. It's not based on anything that's being done. Because if it was, we wouldn't do it. Yeah. It's about going forward. So what I would say is the model is taking, everyone is creative in some way, shape or form, whether they acknowledge it or not. So everyone has something to offer. Someone who's 17 years old who thinks, I'm unemployable, might be an absolute wizard on Snapchat. They might know how to use Instagram the best way possible. Someone in a corporation might need to have social media reach, but doesn't even know where to find Snapchat. So that young person has a skill, and that corporation needs access to it. So what we try and do is find people with skills and people who need those skills to be shared.
Oh, Fusion, you see your slogan, creativity is my currency, or your currency, or anyone's currency. Could you explain that a bit more of what creativity means to you and how it could become one's currency?
Yeah, I mean, creativity is the original currency. You know, people walking around chasing bits of paper with people on them, and they'll kill for that, they'll fight for that. But at the end of the day, how you create something, you don't necessarily need money. You know, you just need people who have a certain skill set to work with people with another skill set to have a central idea and develop it. And I think it's more powerful for the youth. A lot of them are stuck in either their parents' house, they can't afford to go to university, or they're chasing money doing jobs that they don't enjoy. And I'm just trying to encourage people to just have a different perspective and say, listen, if I've got a skill set and it's useful to somebody else, how can I trade that skill set with them? So we set up a space in Fox Court, Chancery Lane, and it was just a great space for people to come along. We had a choir, they need a rehearsal space, so we gave them space for free. We had filmmakers, they need to make a film that would be, you know, engaging and fresh. They decided to make a film about the young people, about the choir, and then we had a visual person who made some backdrops and certain designs. We put all of that together with a director. No one got paid, but they managed to create something bigger than all of them. The choir went on to sell out their next show. They're now touring around the world. The filmmaker has great content, and the young people helped organize it all. They can put that on the CV.
So where can we find you on social media, Fusion? Please tell us.
Okay, for anything we're doing, events, True School, inspiration, workshops, creative projects, all of that's on our platform. It's called industryinthestreets.co.uk. You can also catch us on inspiration.com for any creative spaces we take over and bring people together to create projects. Other than that, Instagram, we've got the Instagram, and then on Twitter, it's @itsnews and @itsfusion. So holler at us, like us, follow, all that good stuff.